The best people in town are not necessarily the people that you first meet. Good day to all viewers and welcome. We're going straight to the point. Today we're going to continue with the year 2014, and it's all about notes in my diary or in my journal, if you like. So they're all travel. And, yes. The last video we planned to go to annual leave begins. Yes, my annual leave begins Monday 7th April or Monday April 7th, 2014. And I remember saying that was my worst year. Okay, so my leave actually began July 4th, July 7th. Sorry, April 7th. I'm sorry, it's the April I'm not giving to July. So 7th, let me go this way. Monday 7/4. Yes, 7th April 2014. And then Tuesday 8th, off to Kumasi and back. Did I travel to Konongo? Yes, I think so. So on July 7th, I must have left for Konongo because on the following day I had off to Kumasi and back. Okay, then yes, I'm back to Konongo. I remember because the following Sunday, 13/4, I have off to Kumasi and back. So that should be from Konongo. Off to Tamale and back. Yes, then on the 18th, off to Tamale and back. I remember during this time, I was shuttling between Kumasi and Tamale, and of course Konongo, where I stay, because I wanted to beat time. I had given my landlady notice that I wouldn't be renting her home again. I used to pay 2 years, and I gave her notice far in advance. And at the same time, I wrote a letter asking for a transfer to Kumasi. Yes, I remember. Okay. Then Wednesday 23/4 to Kumasi and back. Yes. Then on Friday 25/4, promotion news by admin. I used to call him admin. Even today, the administrator, Ibrahim Imoro. I used to call him admin. So he gave me the news of my promotion. But that was the end. That was the end of it till today. Promotion news by admin. Then on 27th, off to Tamale. Then let's see. I promise not to be reading this off, but I still do. Let's see. Then on the 9th of May, I don't know whether on my TV, but I have here TB workshop plus 27 CDs. I think we were given 27 CDs after the workshop. And that was Friday 9th May. Friday 9th May. And what did I put for the leave? Could I have returned from leave? I can't remember, but because April 7 leave, then May, then oh, where is it? Then Friday, oh my God. Then Friday, May 9th. Could it have been 1 week? Okay, I think so. It's possible that I was back. So we had TB workshop and I was given 27 CDs. Mm. Then off to Kumasi the following day. Then, pardon me. Um, okay, the leave hadn't ended, but I don't know. Maybe I went for the workshop even though I was on leave. I think so. Because I have here Wednesday 11/6, leave ends, off to Tamale Janga. So I probably went for the workshop while I was on leave because the leave started 7th April and now it's ending 11th June. So this is when the leave ended. Most likely I went for the workshop while I was, I can't remember quite. Okay. And I even wrote here leave. Monday 7/4 to Wednesday 11/6. Okay. Then we go to Dr. Tyron to give me a feedback. Seen about Jimpa refund. Yes, I didn't stop asking for the refund of my money, the money that I paid for Jimpa. I didn't stop. So when Dr. Tahiru came, I again reminded him, would he do it? If those earlier before him, if those who came before him didn't do it, is he the one going to do it? Of course, that's what he will ask himself. Mm. So Dr. Tyra to to give me feedback on my request for refund of the money. Remember I gave it to MA, he didn't do anything. Then when he went, Dr. Tahiru came. Or maybe he was still there when Dr. Tahiru came, and I asked him. Yeah, that's the doctor who went to the medical school to learn how to call Sule. Call me Sule. Call me Sule. Call me Sule. Dr. Tahiru, if you are listening, no sense in it. There's no sense. Okay. Yes, I again took my pressure and I got 118/63, pulse 75. And weight by then was 72. I recorded it here. Okay. Then, uh, uh, then Friday 20th, I called. Dr. Tyrus sends Nima to call me over TB. Over tuberculosis. I think tuberculosis result. Go and call me Sule. It's not necessary. Dr. Tahiru sends Nima to call me over TB. You could have asked him, ask him what is the TB result or what, Call me Sule. When you go, then he was with people, then he looks big. Foolishness. Then sends her second time to call me again. After I went and I left, he then called her, told her again to come and call me. So if I'm angry, you have to understand. Very foolish behavior. Let me read this again. Friday, 20th June, Dr. Tahir sends Nima to call me over TB. Then sends her second time to call me. What sense is it? So you can see that he's just doing it for pleasure, just to gloat. Uh, then Then I don't know who asked this question, whether he asked me whether the patient can go to Wale Wale. I don't know. Okay. Then 22nd, and that was 19th July. Then 20th, no, that was 20th July, Friday. Then the following day, Saturday 22nd, Dr. Tahiru sends for me to his office instead of asking for patient's HB. Yes. So you see, he called me on the 21st, he called me. I don't know why people can be so stupid. I just can't tell. I hope Dr. Tyro is listening. Or let me call him Tyro. 20th, you called me twice. Then 21st, you called me over HB results. You could have asked me. Foolishness. Telling me there is a patient for BT transfusion, but he wrote that BT is conditional on HB. Yes. You don't do blood. You don't take blood from somebody whose HB level, whose blood level is low. And I think that was so. The blood level was 6.0. And why are you calling me for transfusion for it? The results are with you, and you saw that the blood level of the patient was 6.9, and then you are asking me to come and bleed. He didn't bother to check. All that he was interested in is to molest me, and not looking at me and comparing me to him. Dr. Sahiru, I'm reading this. You thought you were hiding. I'm opening it up for the whole world to see. So if somebody's HB is 6.0, why do you call me for blood? Why do you call me to do blood transfusion on the fellow? Because all the results were with you as a doctor. You present the results to you. If they are not, you find out. You can get them without even calling me. These are the stupid things that they were doing there. Uh, Then on the 22nd, 3 days running in a row, 20, he called me twice. 21st, he called me over flimsy matters. Then Sunday, 22nd, even Sunday, again, he knocks. Again, Nima, the same girl, Nima knocks at my door again. Dr. Tahiru calling. So viewers, you can see what I'm saying. Can see what I'm saying. The stupidity that goes on in the Ghana Health Service. He's not the only one doing it. As I'm reading, people are doing it. 21st, 20th, you called me twice for no good reason. 21st, you called me for no good reason. Then 22nd again, you're calling me. I mean, did I go to school to serve you? Look at me and look at you. Did I go to school to come and serve you? Not knowing that I am your, if we are talking of education, I'm your far, 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 far senior. Oh, no. Dr. Tairu calling again. Then let me see if it's finished. And then I asked Nima, what's the problem? She cannot tell. When he came, I asked Nima, what's the problem? She cannot tell. Maybe viewers, I should show them to you. You can see 20th, 21st, and 22nd, all underlined red. Underlined in red ink. 20th, 22nd. So viewers, that's what doctors were asked to do. When they come to the facility and they hear about somebody, I know the patients talk talk good of me, others talk good of me, and he doesn't like me. So he will now let the patients to know that He is my boss. You are not my boss. You are not my boss. Foolish people like you cannot be my boss. Okay. Uh, what's the problem? I asked Nima, what's the problem? She cannot tell. Nima is one of the health uh, workers, not trained nurses anyway, not registered nurses. And that was about 12:30. That was about 12:15 p.m. I saw Dr. Tabru. He says 2 blood transfusion cases on Sunday. On Sunday, so I wasn't even rest. And what was I getting from it? On Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, okay, Sunday even. And then you go, you see that isn't any matter. Just to show people that he, not looking so honorable, is my boss. You need to see jewelry. He's like broomstick. So they also want to show people, you see this nice looking man. He's under me. So people use me to make name. And I kept my cool. Hmm? I didn't know. They didn't know. I also didn't know that God was preparing for them at the right time. And that is what I'm doing now. Hmm? Then, I see doctor, he says 2 blood transfusion cases. Meanwhile, there was no single case on the 21st. Also, Alasan is in the lab. My assistant, Alasan, was also there. So he could have called him for him. You see why I'm angry. I write the reasons down, or I write things associated with it. If Alasan was there, why are you calling me on Sunday? You see? So viewers will understand what is going on. I see Dr. Taibu, he says 2 blood transfusion cases. Meanwhile, no single case on 21st, the previous day, that's 21st. Also, Alasan in the lab at about 8 a.m. Alasan was there. So he wasn't bothered to find whether there was anybody in the lab or not. So viewers should understand me when I say this is foolishness. I don't know what I did to them that they all didn't like me, the doctors, and I don't know. Okay. I think I explained. I said Dr. Suri, who was the head regional medical director and later on director general, was my mate, and he was, and they didn't like him. They didn't like him because he was strict, and so maybe part of the anger. I'm just speculating. Maybe part of the hatred for him or silent hatred for him was now pushed to me. We will show him. I think so. I can't be certain about it, but I think so. Okay. After Tamale, I'm back. So I have documented it here. Unnecessary calls by Dr. Tahiru. 20th 6, 21st 6, 20th, Friday 20th stroke 6, Saturday 21st stroke 6, Sunday 22nd stroke 6, Thursday 31st stroke 7, Friday 1 stroke 7. So viewers, reason with me. Are these deliberate or were they genuine calls? Look at it here. Look at it here. Like I said, I didn't write it. I didn't write these things today. Put it long in those days. 2014. 20th, Friday 20th, twice. Saturday 21st, 1. Sunday 22nd. Thursday 31st. Friday 1/8. No use. Okay, let me see the Friday. Let me see the last two. That's the 31 stroke 7. And then 1 stroke 8. Let me see 31 stroke 7. What is the, whether there was any good reason there? There shouldn't be. If there were, I wouldn't have written it. 31st, yes. That's the 31st. Driver out with Dr. Tahiru and back. And then Peter, a nice gentleman, Peter. I remember him very well. Then he came. Uh, even when they send them, sometimes they don't like to come. Peter was a nice gentleman. He didn't like it. So when he walked to me, he did it reluctantly. He did it because he had to obey. I remember that instance very well. When he came, oh, Mr. Sule, Dr. Tahiri says I should come and call you. That was the first one. I said, Peter didn't like it. He's a gentleman. Peter, if you are listening, I salute you. He's a very good gentleman. He was like, he didn't see the need in it, but he came and said soberly, Mrs. Lee, Dr. Cyrus says I should come and call you. And I went, tell him I'm not feeling well. I cannot come. Yes, I told him, tell him I'm not feeling well and I cannot come. This time I resisted. I don't know what happened. Then 31st, Friday, he still, again, Dr. Tahir said, uh, Dr. Tahir asked to call me. We meet 12:55. Yes. When he called me, that was on the 7th. Then he said, he called me again and said he was planning to relocate me to Chinatown. In other words, I'm not going to sleep in the hospital, in the cubicle that the Australians left for it. He was going to remove me to go to Chinatown. Why? The previous day I told him I was sick, so I couldn't come. I mean, stupidity at its peak and hatred. You called me 7, I say they should tell you that I'm sick. Then the following day, you called me. Then you tell me you are going to remove me from my accommodation in the hospital to Jangatown because of 6 years of training. Or I would say 6 years of foolishness because you didn't do the training well. If you did the training well, you wouldn't have been calling me up and down like that. So viewers, you take note. 21st, you called me. You called me 20th, 21st, 22nd, then 31st, you called me. I told him this messenger to tell you I'm sick, I cannot come. Then the following day, you called to tell me that you are going to remove me to Jangatown to stay. That means he's not bothered about the town, about the patients. And while I'm there, I was helping patients, even preparing tea for them. So when I go to Jangatown, how do I prepare tea for them? You see the mentality of these stupid people, foolish people. Foolish Tahiru. I want him to respond. Okay. I can't read the rest well. Let's go. Okay. Okay. I think there was an emergency patient on the 9th of 31st July. I can't remember anything about it anyway. Let's go to 4th, 8th. I went to Tamale. I went to Tamale from Jana, then to Kumasi, then to Konongo. Then from Konongo off to Kumasi and back, and then off to Tamale on the 18th of August, off to Janga on the 21st, Thursday of August. Mhm. Yes, off to Tamale on the 18th of August. Then 19th Tuesday, that was Monday, 19th Tuesday. Uh, yes, 20th, I was at the directorate in Tamale. I think I didn't go to Janga. Either I went to Janga and went back to the directorate, or I remained in Tamale and went to the directorate because it was necessary to go there. So Wednesday, 20th, 8th, I was at the directorate. Mm. Something happened which I can't quite explain here. I might have forgotten. 20th, Wednesday, 20th August at directorate. Mm. I put a phone number here. I don't know if it's that of Apayiro or something. Then later, Ghana Health Service, HR, Human Resource, PK, dated August 15, 2014. Received. I received a letter that day, and it was on the 20th of August, and it was dated August 15, 2014. Mm. Given to Abanyire with complaints to remind him to call Janga. Well, we shall get to that, God willing. Mm. Uh, then, off to Janga. Yes, then from the directorate on the 20th, 21st, Thursday, I went to Janga. Mm. Then from Janga, I spent 1 week, 21st to 28th, Thursday to Thursday, then off to Tamale and to Konongo. Then, then off to Accra to Madame Francisca and back. Yes, I remember this Madame Francisca, a very honest woman. She was about the most honest woman I've seen. We had a workshop at the public health lens, and her money wasn't small. She gave us big monies, what we were required to get. That was when I saw that these people were pinching our monies. They would just take some and give us any amount they like. Uh, I went to Accra, I think for something, and I went to greet her. I was grateful about it. I'm always thankful. Even though nobody cared, people would just collect it and pocket. I went and greeted her. So, Madam Francisca, in case you are viewing this, thank you very much. She was very, very, very honest. She didn't take cover from anybody. I can't remember how much it was, whether I put it down or not. Mm, I have something here, whether it's 156 or so. I don't know. No. I don't think so. Up to Accra, then Madam Francisca, that's to I'm back. Mm. Let me not give a wrong figure, but her money was the biggest ever that we got for a workshop, that I got for a workshop. Mm. So, Madam Francisca, I truly salute for you. May God bless you. You see, this little thing, and I'm blessing her, I'm praying for her, and that is the most important. Mm. Uh, then, uh, Then, spoiled pregnancies. What did I write here? Yes, on the 12th, Friday 12 stroke 9, I had here 1:57 p.m. Admin calls with accusations as usual. I fight back to call again after presenting confidential report at the region. Yes, that was when Kumasi asked for confidential report from me. I think so. As I stated that, I've said that I was trying to go on transfer and leave nonsense, foolish Dr. Tairo and co behind. But that one, they came again and worked against it. And I never went until they stopped my salary. Well, they thought they shut me up. They thought that they had shut me up. No, they haven't. Mm. My mouth is still vibrant. To call again after presenting confidential report at the region in Tamale. So I can't understand this much, but I had read rather Kumasi had written for a confidential report on me to be given to Kumasi, to be given back to Kumasi. So viewers may figure out what is happening here. I'm sorry to say that I can't recollect everything unless I go to my letters. They will come. The letters will come that I exchanged, that I wrote later. Sorry, the complaints that I wrote later. Uh, Off to Kumasi and back. I think from Konongo off to Tamale. That was 22nd. Then I see transfer, eh, dated Tuesday 22nd 4. Then sent Monday 14/7. Replied Monday 27. Yes, the transfer letter I wrote, the letter I wrote to be transferred was to be transferred to Ashanti region, Kumasi, was dated Tuesday 22nd 4. It wasn't sent until I went on leave and went to the directors in Tamale to ask for it because I was going to Kumasi to check. And that was when Abubakar Yakubu's office told me they have sent my request to Kumasi. So imagine from the 22nd April, from the 22nd April to 14th May, that's 1 week to 3 months. So let's take it 3 months: April, May, June, July. They didn't send the letter. But when they saw me, they were jittery. Oh, we've sent it. This is a copy. I took it to Kumasi. Kumasi said no, they haven't gotten any such letter. So you can imagine, if you didn't send the letter, why do you give me a copy? The letter was lying on your table all of the time. You didn't do anything. Anytime I called Abukar Yakubu, no answer. I would call, no answer. When I got my leave and I went to the directorate to see him, I stood outside the directorate and called, no answer. Then I entered. When I entered, his phone was right on the table there. He just refused to answer. And he's called Abukar Yakubu. Important things. Jacob means Jacob, and Abubakar was the closest companion to the Prophet of Islam. And until the Prophet even married her daughter, Aisha. You are bearing such names. And then somebody calls you, you don't answer, the thing is in your home. And you know, the ring, the tone, what do you call it, ringtone or ringtone or whatever, eh, is a verse from the Quran. So you hear the voice calling, recitation from the Quran. And when you go, he doesn't answer. What kind of Muslim is this? That's why I thought. In fact, I've been critical of people. That's why they don't like me. Hmm? When they talk and you criticize them, it gets into their skin, passes through the skin to the bone. If you say you're a Muslim, and then your caller tune, yes, caller tune is a recitation from the Quran, and somebody in need, you know he's in need, calling you and you don't answer. What does it mean? Until I came from Janga, walked to the directorate, stood outside the directorate and called, and you didn't answer. And when I went there, when I entered, you were sitting there with the phone in front of you. Then you gave me a letter, the letter that you sent to you had sent to Kumasi concerning my transfer. I got to Kumasi, it was not there. And like I said, Abukari Yakutu, they are nice people. He also was a nice man. I said he was the one who helped me to get my job earlier. So I don't know. When they come there, that's what happens. I remember when he came, the administrator came and welcomed him as a new resource manager. And when he came to Janga, he told me, "Hey, Ibrahim, oh, I went and welcomed him. Whatever they discuss is between them and God. Because what I know is that the administrator doesn't go there and sit down and say, "Good evening, you are welcome," and then go back. No, they will sit down, relax, they will give them information about people, what happens in the various departments in advance, and then who is doing what and what. And I know they told them, "I'm preparing tea for the patients." And they will ask, "Who asked him to prepare tea for the patients?" You see? So I'm not angry with Ibrahim. I still call him and we still talk. But there's a question I'm asking. I know he didn't just go and sit down and say, "Abukari Yakubu, you are welcome," and then get up and go. They sit down and relax and talk, probably over some soft drink or so. I don't know. So he too wasn't bad fellow. But when he come, there is boot licking there. People lick the boots and then he becomes arrogant because now he sees that he is the only one who can deal with me. He is the only one who can transfer me or give me problems. Mm. So after taking it to Kumasi on the 14th, Kumasi didn't waste time. They said we will reply to it. They took my copy, even though they didn't get a copy from the directorate. They read my copy and they saw that it was genuine. Mm. Uh, thank you. What's the name of the girl? Emmeline. She was very fast. She got it and she typed it. And from Monday to Monday, and said 1 week, I should come for it. In fact, they did it even before the 1 week. But so on the 14th, I took it to Kumasi. Then on the 21st, they replied. And I took it to Tamale. Personally, I've now become the courier for the hospital. Of course, I can't trust them. If you tell me you sent it to Kumasi, I go to Kumasi, it's not there. How can I trust anybody except myself? So I took the pains to take it to Tamale again. And Tamale, they will waste a whole lot of time. Then from Tamale, I went to Janga. Hmm? Then Tamale again, 9th, 11, 9. So you can imagine from when they replied it on the 21st, I took it to Tamale. When the Tamale reply, I think 11th of Thursday, 11, 9, they are always reluctant to work on my thing. Meanwhile, time was going for my rent to expire in Kumasi. When I went back to director, they asked for a confidential report, and I took it again to Tamale myself so that I could beat time. Finally, I wasn't able to beat time. I had to leave my room because some people were waiting to enter. They were even sleeping in my veranda. And now that they've paid to enter, there's nothing I could do. I should pack my things. I removed my things, went to Janga, removed my things, and went away. And I told the administrator, please, when the confidential report is ready, inform me. Either I come for it or you send it to me by some way. And then I left. And that was all. The next time I got was and I didn't get even anything. The next time I saw that was that my salary had been stopped. Why? I vacated posts. Very recently, not recently, well, quite recently, I went to the Ghana Health Workers Union. I met John, and John rang administrator, and administrator said, yes, he had to report that I had left because if he didn't report, he will be in trouble. Meanwhile, you knew I was moving up and down, and you knew that I told you, uh, please inform me when the confidential report is in. So if you knew there was something like that going on, John even said it. Why doesn't he call? He should have called you to tell you, Mr. Sule, this is what the people are planning. He kept quiet until they stopped the salary. He kept quiet. Oh, calm down, because they are going to say that you left, you vacated your post. So no, he didn't. He left until my salary was stopped. So it was recently during investigations by the Ghana Health Service Union by John that he told John that if he didn't report that I had left, he would be in trouble. So, okay. And so my salary was stopped from there till today. So I did work for nothing. All that I did in the Ghana Health Service, including even being a courier for them, carrying my letters up and down to beat time, all went to naught. My salary was stopped till today. And I had to sell my house to make a living. God knows best. Mm. I don't want this to spoil myself and Ibrahim. I don't want to, you know, be childish. The milk has been spilt, and I still talk with him. But this is the finding of John. Mm. Then, okay, there are still dates here, but let's not go into them. Let's see. I think viewers, we should stop here. Mm. And then continue in the next video. And the next video, when we come, we're going to 2014 still, and the date will be from Saturday 27th 9th going. Saturday 27th 9th going. So you see how people can behave. When somebody is treating you, he doesn't think that he's not treating you alone, he's treating a whole family. So all those who are dependent on me cannot get anything from me. Anyway, thank you very much. Bye bye. May God bless you.